Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing the I tried following whoever you want to follow's makeup tutorial, and I am going to be doing none other than the DESI Perkins today. So we're going to be following her tutorial on the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. There is the look. She is absolutely stunning and I just adore her and I love watching her and I watch all of her videos and she is just absolutely beautiful. And she seems just as kind as she is beautiful. So yeah, we are going to be doing the I tried following DESI Perkins makeup challenge. And because I have the Jaclyn Hill palette and I have pretty much the majority of the products that she used, I wanted to go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's first pull this hair back. You already know the drill. So what DESI does to start is, come on, turn around. She's just priming her lids. She's using a MAC pot to prime her lids. I do have one of those, but it's a little bit too dark. It's the NC30, so I am just going to go ahead and take a concealer and prime my lids. Okay, I am just going to go in with my Naked Skin Complete Concealer. And what I like to do, what I find easiest to prime my lids, is to just take a little bit and actually put it on a brush to make sure we get an even amount of coverage on those lids. Okay, so I completely by accident just started updating the iPad that I was using. Totally did not mean to, so now I'm going to have to watch a DESI's tutorial off of my phone.
Set your base, so I'm just picking up a matte bone colored shadow. It's going to make it easier for us to blend all these colors.
So what we're going to do is just take a light base color, just the way she described, and we are going to set down the concealer. I'm going to be picking up this matte white shade right here. It is by MAC, and I am just going to set down that concealer that we used to prime our eyes. Okay, so now our eyes are set, and we are going to go in with none other than the Jaclyn Hill palette. That is what DESI is using in her makeup tutorial.
Shade over here, it's like a very nice tangerine color, and I'm going to start applying this in the upper crease as a transition shade.
So that is what we are going to do. We are going to grab a fluffy brush. I'm using the Morphe M332 brush, and she picked up this tangerine shade right here and focused that above her crease. So let's go ahead and get to it.
Mixture of this color right here and also this shade right over here, both matte shades. And I'm still using my MAC 224 for that. And I'm going to place that right under where I placed that tangerine color. Same area.
Okay, so we are going to pick up a different brush, and she used this shade right here and this shade right here and mix them together. And really focus those right under that tangerine shade.
Into the outer corner here, circular motions.
Okay, so what are we doing next?
I'm going to be taking this shade right over here. It's a nice deep maroon.
Okay, so then we are going to be taking this shade right here, like she talked about, this deep maroon shade. Okay, we are going to look down a little bit to get into the crease right here. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush after we just placed that color down, and I am just going to blend it out a little bit. That last shade that we used was extremely pigmented, so we want to make sure that we are really blending the shadows together so that there are no harsh edges. Okay, now
I know this is a lot of color. colors, but then I went into this really, really deep espresso brown here. And this is where we're going to deepen everything and really define it.
Okay, so Desi picked up this deep espresso shade right here. And we're going to pick that up on a Morphe M332 brush. And we're gonna really put some depth into this crease. And then again, go back in with a clean fluffy brush and just really buff that out. That is such a huge key with shadows for me, is just making sure you're going in and blending everything that you have added out so that it all blends together kind of seamlessly and there are no harsh edges.
Foiled copper eyeshadow on a flat concealer brush, and I lightly dampened it with some Fix Plus. Doesn't need it, but I just feel like it makes it a little bit sharper so I can cut the...
Okay, so we are going to do like Desi said. We have our brush right here. This is a ColourPop flat brush. It looks like this. We are going to spray it with a little Fix Plus, just like Desi did. And picking up this shade right here, we are going to focus that on the lid. Okay, sorry guys, my camera shut off. Apparently it got too hot. So what we were doing was taking this ColourPop brush with this maroon shade right here, and we were just kind of carving out the inner part of our eye. I've already gone in and done it, but let me just show you. So I'm going to take what's on my brush and really just place it inside this inner part of the eye to kind of cut that lid like so. So this is what it looks like. So let's see what Desi is doing next.
Also, don't worry if you mess up over here because we can clean it up with concealer later.
Yes.
Take the deeper maroon shade and apply that at the very, very edge of the outer V here.
Okay, so we are going to take that maroon shade, which is right here, and place that, like she said, just on the outer V over here. Okay, so Desi actually goes in and applies false lashes, and I'm not going to do that today because I am literally sitting at home. So let's just go ahead and keep going, and then we'll get back to our lashes later. So she actually goes in with a little bit of concealer because she wants to finish out her lower lash line with shadow. So let's go ahead and do that too. I'm going to pick up my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Light Medium. I'm using a Morphe E8 brush to blend this concealer out.
Eyeliner pencil.
She's taking the Marc Jacobs eyeliner pencil, and that is in the shade Cocoa, which is a light brown shade. So I'm going to grab whatever I have that's just close. This is the Ulta Beauty gel liner in the shade Mink. So this is also a brown shade similar to the one that she's using, and I'm going to throw this on the lower lash line.
It out with shadow. For the lower lash line, I'm going to first start out with this shade over here and apply that with a snip.
Okay, so we are going to actually apply that with the ColourPop E10 brush. It looks like this. We're going to pick up this shade right here, and we're going to focus this right on the lower lash line.
Inwards to the inner corner. And actually, I'm going to use a fluffier clean.
And then I'm going to take a Morphe M433 brush and just blend that out.
Into the tangerine shade and also buff that under the eye.
Okay, so we're going to take that clean brush, knocking everything over, and we're going to go into this tangerine shade, like she said, and blend that under the eye as well.
You can go ahead and apply mascara to your lower lashes, which I'm going to do off camera because mine are very difficult to do.
So Desi went ahead and applied her mascara on her lower lashes off of camera, so I am going to actually go ahead and apply mascara onto my upper and lower lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back and our eyelashes are done. Again, I just used a couple coats of mascara on my top and lower lashes.
Pretty similar routine as my last video that I uploaded using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I'm going to try the color 8 to today just to try to match my neck a little bit better. Taking that on a little dish, and I'm going to mix it with my MAC Stroke Cream, dilute the foundation.
Okay, so I did not see where Desi actually primed her face, but I did go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water just to really set my face really quickly. And then we are going to go in with exactly what Desi did, the Luminous Silk Foundation, the Giorgio Armani, and the MAC Strobe Cream. I have the bigger one, but this is actually just a smaller size, so I thought it would be perfect to just mix together really quickly. So I'm just going to put a couple of pumps of this foundation on the back of my hands, and then add some of the MAC Strobe Cream as well. I love this MAC Strobe Cream. It's so pretty. I'm actually going to go ahead and take a little brush and mix it together on my hand like this. It's just an easy, lazy way for me to do it. And then just put it right on your face. It looks like Desi just goes in with her beauty blender, so.
And just give it that really healthy look finish. Ooh, that's going to be really good for me. Now I'm taking my beauty blender. I'm going to blend all of that in.
Perfect. So we have our wet beauty blender here, and we're going to go ahead and blend that all in.
To my oilier areas, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. On the sides of my
So she said she goes ahead and picks up a little bit of powder, and she's actually using the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and this is the same powder I have as well. And she said she applies her powder to her problem areas, so I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put a little bit on my nose, my smile lines.
brush and going into the Studio Fix. This is NC43, and I'm going to apply it where I would apply my contour and just lightly tap into it.
Okay, so she's actually talking about some problem areas that she has where she's breaking out. And I have a couple too. Mine are up through here. So I'm going to do as she said as well. I'm going to take the MAC Skin Finish. She was using a MAC powder as well. Mine looks like this. And I'm going to pick up a big fluffy brush like she was talking about. This is the Morphe M142 brush. And I'm just going to pick up this powder and I'm going to set down the rest of my foundation everywhere else. This powder is really good and it's pretty full coverage, so I will conceal my problem areas as well with this powder.
Before I put all my powders on my face, but it's okay because I didn't put too much powder here and not really that much here either, so.
I totally forgot about that part of the video, and I even had my highlights out to do that, and I totally forgot. So what she was explaining is to make sure if you're doing a wet highlight, make sure you do it before you put your powders on. You always want to do wet and then powder. You don't want to put wet products over powder products. They just do not mix well. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and highlight my face because I did powder all over my face and I really don't want to break up the makeup. So I'm going to take this Wet n Wild highlighter. This is in the shade Precious Petals. I love this one. And I know that eventually in the video, she goes in with a fan brush and applies some highlight. So that's what I'm just going to go ahead and do. I'm going to pick up this highlighter. I'm going to be using the Morphe M310 highlighting brush. I love this brush for highlight. Pick a little up and focus it on the upper part of our cheeks right here. These fan brushes just make applying that highlighter so easy. Okay, so now we have a little bit of glow. Let's see what else she's up to.
After they've eaten KFC, and I totally agree, but I still flex with it.
I love her. So she actually put a little bit of highlight down her nose and on her chin. So let's do as she does. Just highlight the whole darn face.
It's so soft.
She is picking up her bronzer right now.
Like moving anything around too much under the skin. So it's
Whoa, get out of here.
I'm gonna, in circular motions, apply it to the hairline first over here.
Okay, so she is just picking up some bronzer on a fluffy brush. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, where is the bronzer that I want? I'm losing everything today. I'm losing my mind today is what's happening. Okay, so like I said, eventually Desi goes in with the Guerlain bronzer, so I am actually just going to pick up my Estee Lauder bronzer in this weird-ass packaging you guys already know. But it is a very beautiful bronzer. It looks like this. I'm going to pick it up on a big fluffy brush. I'm going to use the Morphe brush from their collection. Again, there is no number on it. I'm sorry. I'm going to pick this up, and like Desi said, we're going to focus this on our cheekbones and move it up into the hairline as well.
The hollows also.
What else are we doing, girl? You tell me. You tell me.
Along the perimeter forehead.
She is seriously so beautiful. She is one of my favorite YouTubers. She is just absolutely stunning.
Tone blush to stick with the coppery shades of this whole look.
Look at that highlight.
It's all in synergy. Lightly patting onto the cheeks.
So for blush, she went in with a coppery MAC blush, but I am going to go ahead and go on with my Burt's Bees blush. This is in the shade Toasted Cinnamon. You guys have heard me talk about this one before. I love it. And this is kind of melting right into that highlighter right there, so I really like that.
So the blush is done. Now the final step is the lipstick combo that I used. The new Dose of Color Lip It Up sticks. These are so good. The formula is like really creamy, really pigmented, hydrating. And I mixed two colors yesterday. I used Brulee and Toast. I'm going to go in with Toast. I'm going to set everything with a little...
So there's what her lips look like, as you can tell. I do not have those shades, unfortunately, so I'm going to go in with a little bit different color combo than she did, but we will make sure it's similar. Okay, so the two shades that came to mind I want to mix. These are two MAC lippies. This is in the shade Blankety, and this is in the shade Creme de Nude. So I'm going to first apply Blankety. It's a really pretty pinky nude shade. It is beautiful. And then this is the Creme de Nude shade. This one's a lot more just flat out nude. So I'm going to mix these two together. Okay, so we are getting there.
With a little spray, a little Fix Plus by MAC.
So Desi goes in and sets her face with a little Fix Plus by MAC. I'm going to be taking the Lavender Fix Plus and spray my face. The lavender kind of smells like a man. Is that weird? Kind of just gives me man vibes.
I'm actually just doing that because I'm hot. And that's it. This is the finished makeup look.
Okay, so that is it, you guys. This was my tutorial. This is the finished look. I mean, it's not Desi Perkins. Come on. No, there's no way. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed following along in her tutorial. She's so good at explaining things, and I just love watching her in general. Not to mention, like I already said, she is stunning. Her skin is just goals. Her face is goals. She is absolutely beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.